Bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
I got her, yes, bitches! Chocolate vanilla swirl with cookie crunch flakes. I got her, yes, bitches! Chocolate vanilla swirl with cookie crunch flakes. I got her, yes, bitches! Chocolate vanilla swirl with cookie crunch flakes. You get a shout out, okay? And what? You didn't even hire me. Yeah, I know. You left your window open, okay? You're leftover fish. Oh, it's kind of half of it, but yeah, okay. Bye.
Alright guys, this was sent to me by me, obviously, First Push Scary Sunday. This is called Toy Humor from Cha.Molly. Let's begin.
So you can tell us he's in the fish. What is this, buddy? He's feeding season with his soap and bubbles so we can make some buzz babies.
Weird.
He just said buzz babies?
You're weird.
Ew, bro.
I'm not bothered what you're doing. I think I'm not saying that I was standing in college.
Why he running like that? He go
No!
like, and you're making buzz babies. Or, like, no. Like, you're not nice here.
Mama, did you take my toys, Mama?
Mama,
did you take my toys?
I would have dipped. I would have dipped.
That is not correct. Because according to the encyclopedia,
I would have did the same thing. I'm not about to let a person making my homie crack me to make some buzz babies. What?
Don't you touch my skin, you demon!
Oh my god. Oh my god, he on X Games mode.
Hey, you! Did you know that by pressing this little button, you are helping this video to get more views and motivate me?
Really?
So please, push it. Mwah.
You heard him? Slice that like button. Hurry up. Come on, I'm waiting. But that was crazy. Broke the mom in two and sucked the blood. That was crazy. This one was sent to me by me, obviously. This one's called Horror Shorts Party. We all know. And it's called Michael Jackson Horror Stories. Let's begin.
inspired by the legend of Michael Jackson's nose, a hot topic that surfaced the internet media back when MJ was still alive. We wanted to share our creepy/humorous take on the tale in honor of the legend itself. Here's what it looked like. This is a story that happened years and years ago. I don't tell many people about it as I come from a wealthy family, and I've always been worried about tarnishing my family's reputation with dramatic scandals, but now, with the anonymity of the internet, I feel comfortable sharing my experience. Thus, I won't be using my real name for this account. As a younger child, I went to an elite private school into which only the rich and powerful could hope to enroll their kids.
We don't care. You already said your family was your. Let's calm down. You already said your family was rich, right? Why do we need that? Because obviously we're going to think you're going to a private school, but I didn't know that there was an elite private school. So.
As such, I remembered quite a few kids with celebrity surnames who were supposedly the children of affluent millionaires or actors and that sort of thing. However, at the time, I couldn't care less about all that. They were just normal kids to me. All I cared about was finishing my classes so I could return home and play the newest games from Nintendo. Since I never participated in the playground elitists,
Y'all think y'all slick. Hiding Wendy's in the background. Bro. Ugh, whatever. Wendy's though. Wendy's are pretty good.
I didn't have many, if any, friends at that school. But obviously there wouldn't be a story here if there wasn't some exception. There was one kid who was also quiet and reserved while in class, and for that reason we gravitated towards each other. Everyone called him Blanket. I thought it was his real legal name, but I've since found out that it was just a nickname. Anyway, him and I got along pretty well as we shared a very similar experience interacting with the rest of our classmates. We were the weird ones, to put it plainly. After we met, it wasn't long before he invited me over to his house. I told Blanket that I would have to get permission from my parents first, but they were so excited about the fact that I was finally making friends that it was easy to convince them. The next day, after school, who was also quiet and reserved while in class, and for that reason we gravitated towards each other. Everyone called him Blanket. I thought it was his real legal name, but I've since found out that it was just a nickname. Up by his very own limousine that drove us directly to his house. I was astonished when I stepped out. His house was more than just a mansion.
You know how rich you gotta be to have a whole entire carnival, a circus, whatever that is, an amusement park in your backyard? I don't even think that's a backyard.
It was a whole tiny city with a wide expanse of grassy hills surrounding a structure that was more like a castle than a house. And just over the stony peaks, I could see that there was some kind of private amusement park in the background, with a Ferris wheel and everything. Welcome to my ranch. It's pretty nice, isn't it? That's an understatement. Is your dad famous or something?
It's supposed to be sort of a secret, but my dad is Michael Jackson. Don't tell anyone, okay?
Okay, yeah, I've heard of him. Is he here?
No, he's gone for the weekend. He took a private jet out to go get a fancy dinner in Paris or something. You don't seem too excited. Is something wrong? You don't hate my dad, do you?
Of course not, dude. I didn't mean to be nosy, but is the rumor about your dad's nose real?
Shut up! It's none of your damn business, so beat it!
Whoa, I'm sorry.
How is it none of his business? Like, I get what you're coming from, but remember, other people is talking about it. So don't get mad at him that he's talking about your dad's nose. First of all, y'all don't even look alike unless you're getting your mom generics and your dad's here. That's it.
Hey, dude, how about we watch a movie? I was intrigued to watch a film at their house, and of course, they had a home movie theater. It was the size of a regular movie theater, except the whole thing was ours to control. Before we knew it, we'd watched at least 3 movies. And even though there wasn't a clock around, or even any windows, I knew it had to be past my usual bedtime. But, of course, we were unchaperoned, so it didn't matter. That's when Blanket turned to me and said,
Hey, Billy, do you want to play hide and seek in the house?
Hell yeah!
Alright, let's play rock, paper, scissors to find out who's it.
Blanket won best 2 out of 3, which meant I had to be the one who looked for him. Admittedly, I was a little worried as I felt I was at a disadvantage. I was barely able to find my way through the halls while Blanket had lived there his whole life and knew every nook and cranny. But I'd lost fair and square, so I closed my eyes and counted down from 10, and when I opened my eyes, he was gone. I left the movie theater and began walking through the plethora of hallways and foyers and stairways of the mansion. I was immediately
If you're hearing that music, it's time to leave, bro. It really is. It's eerie, it's dark, it's time to go. Is that a father clock? Yeah, it's time to dip, bro. It's time to dip.
lost, and I knew I was never going to find Blanket. It was literally like searching for a needle in a haystack. Still, I hoped that Blanket would take it easy on me. So, I continued to walk carefully through the maze. Eventually, I came across the longest hallway I'd ever seen. It was the size of a mall aisle, one of the main drags where the stores are lined up, but it was far narrower, like an old hotel, and every door I opened led straight into an empty bedroom. There must have been a dozen bedrooms in that one hallway. Then, I heard a strange voice laughing all the way from the end of the hall. Hello? Blanket, are you...
Hey! Hey!
No!
Billie Jean is not my son. Yeah. Let's go. Just imagine hearing hee at the end of the hallway.
You down here?
No. I knew you'd be arriving eventually, Billie Jean. How would you like it, Neverland?
You mean the castle? I mean, it's pretty cool, I guess, but if you're not Blanket, who are you?
Oh, Billy, you know that I am the one.
Blanket, this isn't funny.
Are we playing hide and seek? Come and find me, Billy.
I was terribly confused. I knew this had to be Blanket because they knew my name in the game we were playing, and Blanket said we were alone, but the voice sounded nothing like him. By then, I knew I had to find out, and I had already discerned where the voice was coming from. At the very end of the hallway was a slender door that faced straight at me. It either had to be a closet or some kind of penthouse room. I quietly approached the door and opened it slowly. Inside, it was pure darkness, but I could feel the cramped stuffiness of the air, and knew it had to be some kind of linen closet.
I don't know what that was. I just fell.
I guess you found me. Now, I'll tell you my secret. I'm Michael Jackson. Wanna shake my hand?
Michael Jackson? But you're not supposed to be here.
I came back from Paris just to meet you, Billie Jean. Now, come on! Woo! Shake my hand and prove that you're my lover.
I couldn't even see him. All the lights were off, and that closet absorbed light like a black hole. But I could feel the presence of a person in there. Reluctantly, I reached out my hand and eased it into the darkness. I grabbed onto...
Yes! I'm recording. I don't got it. Mom has it.
what I thought was a hand, but as I began to shake it, something went wrong. Whatever I was holding on to suddenly fell off. I clenched my fist and jerked back my hand just to look down and see a bloody nose. All of a sudden, he jumped out of the shadows, and there he was, Michael Jackson.
That's not Michael. That's LaShonda.
Flesh, but with no nose. Blood was gushing from his face as he screamed.
Well, I guess I'm it, so it's time for me to get you!
Then, he lunged at me, but I jumped back and began to run back down the hallway at top speed. Every time I looked over my shoulder, I saw him chasing after me like a mini...
Like, calm down.
maniac. I was so lost in the house that I ran down so many corners, but he kept following me and wouldn't let me get any space.
I'm gonna make you my son and call you Pillow!
Finally, I found the door to the backyard to the amusement park. Panicking, I jumped into the cart of the Ferris wheel, which was somehow operating on its own, and rode it to the top while crouched down inside. When I got to the top, I peeked over the edge and saw Michael Jackson down in the yard, looking everywhere.
Where the hell is my nose? I'll get you eventually, you little smooth criminal!
I crouched back down. I heard him go back inside, so when I reached the bottom, I jumped out, threw the nose in the backyard, and then ran away. When I finally reached the street, I managed to flag down a cab by a divine stroke of luck. They were already carrying a fare, but they took pity on a scared kid and drove me home free of charge after dropping off the other person. I didn't tell them anything, but I thanked them for helping me out. I snuck back into my house and started spinning a web of lies to tell my parents. Obviously, I never spoke to Blanket again, and since I was back down to having no friends, I asked my parents to enroll me in public school to get away from him. He just looked too much like his father.
Terrence, you did it again. You amazed us again. I'm surprised. That was crazy. Him ripping off his own nose to get yours? That's crazy. Wow. Next video is named Hello from Llama Art. Okay, that one was a little bit short. I didn't know what was going on, so we're gonna do another one, a bonus one. This one is called Peppa Alicia's Bacon from Horror Search Party. So, yeah.
Ho, brother, whoa, now.
Today
You got
marks
too much
the
dip on
1
your
year
chip.
anniversary when my granny and grandpa went away without saying goodbye. My parents told me that they were both doing just fine and that they missed me and my little brother very much. They allegedly went off for a vacation, but they never ended up coming back. I was sitting in my room coloring when I remembered that it was exactly a year ago that they left. But right as I started missing them all over again, I heard my parents crying downstairs. I knew they had to be sad as well. I wanted to console them, so I left my room and headed downstairs to see them in the living room. Yet, when I was halfway downstairs, I was curious and I knew they wouldn't talk about grown-up stuff if they knew I was there, so I stopped and listened.
Oh, but how are we going to break the news to the poor little girl?
I don't know, my darling. Maybe she's old enough now for the talk.
Absolutely not. Surely her sweet, innocent heart cannot take such... Oh, it just isn't right.
I'm so sorry it has to be this way. If there was any other way I could change this cruel world we live in, you know I would.
Yes, I know you would.
In fact, I've decided they can take me next.
No, I can't live without you.
Who they taking? What? First of all, let's just start off. You're dirty. Go take a shower. Go get some eye drops. Go get your teeth fixed. And you'll be looking good.
Besides, you know they take us by pairs. You know what we have to do.
No, honey, please don't say it.
We must. It's the only way we can survive. We have to give up George and Peppa for us.
You about to give up your own kids to save your life? That is a villain move. Oh my god.
No! That would be a selfish thing to do! To let those monsters sacrifice them before us!
You stupid old hog. We can make new piglets if we want to, but we have to be alive.
Call me a hog again, you sick, dirt-gobbling swine! What the hell is the matter with you? What kind of parent are you?
Well. I may take part in a bite of dirt from time to time, but I know where your tongue has been, mister. At least I don't stick my tongue up mine. Daddy, what's going on here? Why are you fighting? Peppa, my darling. Your father and I are having a grown-up discussion. You should go back up to your room.
No, let us stay. Why don't you explain to her everything you just told me?
Well, I will. You see, this isn't easy to say, but your father wants to...
No, don't believe me, you stinking pork chop!
Fine, Peppa. Your father and I are sending you and your brother off to be slaughtered this year.
The room got quiet. Mommy and Daddy stared at me blankly as I gradually understood what Mommy had just said. I was naive, but not stupid.
Run, bro.
I remember what happened
Take George
to
and
Granny
dip.
Grandpa, and I
Take
heard
George and
everything
dip.
Mommy and Daddy said. I knew what it meant. Peppa dear, go get your brother George. We didn't want you to, but look, it's time for you to, okay? Just listen to Daddy.
Yes, Daddy.
I walked away, trembling and choking on a lump in my throat. But I made my way upstairs and went inside George's room, where he was playing with his toys without a care.
Ew. My god. I mean, I don't know. There's something wrong. It might be the teeth. I don't know.
Suddenly, just looking at the innocence of my little brother made me feel
It's the legs. Yep.
like a grown-up, like I had to take care of him.
Shh. Don't say anything, George. Just listen. Mommy and Daddy have gone insane. They're trying to get rid of us. We have to hide right now. Come on, let's go. They're gonna find us in here.
I figured the one place Mommy and Daddy wouldn't expect us to hide is their own bedroom, so we squeezed underneath their bed. Peppa Pig! What's taking you so long?
Oh, shut up. They've gone and hid. Why didn't you go up with her?
I could hear them start to fight again, wailing and screaming at each other and yelling all sorts of awful things. They stormed up the stairs and started tearing apart the bedrooms looking for us. I could hear everything being destroyed as Mommy and Daddy became more and more like wild animals. I know it's only because they didn't want to be sacrificed that they acted this way, and in some way I understand it. But I still can't fully believe how quickly they turned on us. But I only had a moment to think before they barged into the room. You little brats better come out of hiding right now, you hear me? They were just inches away. I was sure we'd be found. But then, something changed.
Shh. Stop it. Do you hear that?
It was the sound of someone breaking down the front door downstairs. It's him! Hide! Suddenly, Mommy and Daddy were scrambling for a place to hide just like us. But they didn't have the same luck. They were so big that no matter how much they scuffled around trying to be quiet, there was nowhere in which they could possibly hide from what was coming. And of course, it wasn't long before that man, the butcher, started making his way up the stairs. Here, piggy, piggy.
So he's also a pig. I guess. I don't know what's going on, bro.
Piggy, where are you? Come to Daddy now, my little bacon bits. I want some freshly bled pork chops.
I don't want a bacon whopper. I haven't had it, but I want one. Or just straight bacon.
Yes, yes, yes. I can hear and smell you. And now all that's left to do is taste you. That's when the butcher appeared in the doorway, armed with a cleaver and a rope. Mommy and Daddy split up. Poor little George and I were hiding there the whole time, watching everything, unable not to hear the unforgettable sounds of the utmost suffering. Peppa, George! Peppa, please! We're sorry! I wonder who this Peppa and George could be. Oh well, I've got my pair of piggies for now. I'll just have to come back for them next year. The Mad Butcher was then finished with his business and dragged Mommy and Daddy away, leaving me and George under their bed to finally understand why a pig never wants to grow up.
Let's kind of, alright, trauma, PTSD, what else? Nightmares. That's all I got. That was crazy. Wow. Like that's so crazy. First off, your parents wants to sell you off so they can live. But then they're gonna ask for your help. Because they're getting murdered. Wow. Well, bye ladies, bye gentlemen, bye you too. You know what it is, stay proud, stay strong, God loves you.
Cause my name is Gary Cajun, you know what I'm saying?